Well, the special voting is going down, and let's quickly cross over to Legon, where my colleague Kweku Asante is actually on hand. Kweku Asante, a very good morning to you. What can you report from the center where you find yourself? Hello, Kweku. Well, it appears the connection with Kweku Asante is not up and ready. But today, of course, is the day when special voting is happening across the 275 constituencies in our country. Kweku, a very good morning to you.
So,
hello, Kweku.
Benjamin, I've been at the Madina polling station, which is at the Madina polling station already. The electoral materials have already arrived. The party agent, polling officials are already set. So far, there was no particular issue at that particular polling station. I'm also here at the Legon polling station, where I've actually seen candidate John Dumelo around, who has already been doing his check. But so far, here too, the ballot materials have all arrived. I can see the ballot screens. You can see the party officials, polling agents. Everyone is set to have the specific the specific voting here. Everything is on point at the moment. The COVID-19 protocols are being ensured. If you get here and you're not wearing a face mask, you'll not be allowed inside. And the party and polling agents are all ensuring that they are checking the ballots that have come in and all the paperwork that have in so far. So, Benjamin, so far so good. All these two polling stations that I've been at, the process is going on smoothly, and we've not had any reported issues yet.
Well, Kweku Asante, we're going to stay in touch with you in the course of the day to find out what else transpires in there. Of course, we would have wanted to know more about numbers and all of that, but we're bringing you up to speed on those as the day wears out. Today is that day. Special voting going down. About 110,000 special voters actually, going to their polling centers today. About 311 of those polling centers, 275 constituencies. So it's happening today. And, well, some of us are not voting today. We'll be doing it together with everybody else on December the 7th. But let's do this. The special voters list. Maybe we should give you a little bit of a breakdown of that. Like I indicated earlier, a total of 109,577 special voters expected to cast their ballots today. This exercise would take place across 311 Electoral Commission designated voting centers located in all 275 constituencies dotted across the country. And that's what it looks like as special voting, I should say, kickstarts today. So members, some staff of the Electoral Commission, of course, media people, the security services, all of us are actually participating today. You can also talk of personnel of the Ghana Armed Forces, the National Intelligence Bureau, what formerly used to be the BNI, the National Security, Ghana Immigration Service, the Ghana National Fire Service, and the Information Services Department. Now, personnel of the National Ambulance Service, Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Prison Service, the Ghana Journalists Association, the Ghana Police Service, and the National Media Commission. In terms of the breakdown when it comes to the number of centers, maybe just a quick wrap on that. The Greater Accra region with 54 of those centers, the highest tally basically. Then in the Ashanti region, 48, that's the next one. Eastern region, 34, Central region, 26, the Volta region with 21, the Western region with 19. Then there's the Northern region with 18 of those centers. In the Upper East, there are 16 of them. In both Bono and Bono East, there are 13 apiece. And finally, in the Upper West region, there are 12. So that's it for what you should know ahead of the special voting today, with the number of centers, the number of expected voters, and of course the constituencies remaining the same. We'll be bringing you details of that. Let's cross over now to the Prampram area, and Manuel joins us from there. Manuel, so good morning to you. Which specific center do you find yourself at, and what can you report from there? Manuel Karanteng, if you can hear me.
Well, Ben, I'm currently at the Methodist Basic School here at Prampram, where the special voting is expected to take off at 7 a.m. Essentially, we're having the electoral commission's officers currently, setting up the place and getting ready to take off at the planned time. Well, the materials got here at 5:45, just about 15 minutes to 6 a.m. And as you can see behind me, a number of people have already joined the queue and are expecting to start the process this morning. Well, the Ningo Prampram constituency is a really interesting constituency, at least as far as the Fourth Republican Democracy of Ghana is concerned. Well, we know that since 1992, the NDC has had a firm grip on this particular seat. I'm talking about the parliamentary seat of the constituency. And well, the stalwart of the NDC, E.T. Mensah, after 5 successful terms in Parliament, lost the primaries in 2016 to the incumbent now, Sam Nate George, in a rather, acrimonious primaries which was held in this particular constituency. Well, that picture seemed to have changed, because in 2016, Sam George won the primaries by over 2,000 votes. In 2020, when he came against the man Michael Kwete Tete, he won just by 7 votes out of 809 votes that were cast at the primaries. 2 of them were rejected. 400 of them went to Michael Kwete Tete, and then 407 of them went to Sam Nate George. Well, a lot of the political watchers have described this as some sort of, as it were, disapproval of the candidacy of the man Sam Nate George. Well, that is what this election is about. We'll find out whether or not that assertion, if you like, school of thought, is really what this constituency is about. But we'll take you around and try and speak to the presiding officer and get some details essentially on the preparations so far. The man Charles Butchie, I'm told, is the presiding officer here, and so we'll try and find him. Well, I think he's over here. Let's get a bit closer to the presiding officer at the Methodist Primary School polling center. Well, there are 2 of them, as you can see, one here and then one here. Mr. Butchie, good morning. Thank you so much for agreeing to speak to us. Well, what's the preparation like over here?
Oh,
maybe you can come down if you can. Great. Okay, what's the preparation?
We have 2 centers here.
Okay.
That's A and B.
Okay.
And A is my far right, and then B is on my left.
Okay.
And as you can see, we are trying to make sure that the voters observe the protocols. So we have done the markings on the ground for them to follow suit. And then we're almost ready to start the poll. So I hope everything will go well.
What is the number that you're expecting here this morning?
We are expecting 957 of voters, mixed with the security, the election officials, a few media people, immigration, fire service. Yeah, those are the men that we are waiting for.
Well, I've been looking around trying to see whether or not there are security, officials here on guard, as in like official security duties. Well, I've not seen any. Is there any explanation to that?
Oh, they are just here. Their office is just here, so I don't know what they are eyeing before they get here, but hopefully they are aware of this program and they'll come.
Okay.
Right.
They are aware of the program, but have all the materials gotten here earlier? In my interaction with some of the people around, they say, well, there's an issue with some of the denominations of the papers that you're given. Tell me about that.
Oh, that one, maybe they are thinking about the 7th December one.
Okay.
But for the special voting, when everything is intact,
Okay.
we have no worries with that one. Yeah.
Okay. So 957 people are expected to cast their ballot here. 7 a.m. you're starting.
Yes, please.
And you close at 5 p.m.
Thank you, sir.
But what's the process like after the closure of polls?
After closure of polls, we only call the party agents to come. We seal the ballot box. We will not count it. Okay. It will be counted on the 7th. And then on the 7th, before 5, we need to call the agents who are here with us presently to go to where we're going to lock out the box. We bring it out to either a nearby collation center or where we all agree. We'll open it up, count, and then do our pink sheet statement of full collation. Then we'll bring the results back to the collation center to fill the first entry point. Then we start the general poll from the field. Yeah.
Great. So I have all the representatives of the various candidates within the constituency shown up here.
For now, I've seen MPP NDC. I've not seen the others, but I hope they will come. Because yesterday we had a meeting, and I hope they will represent their various parties. Now some are for presidential, and then three parties, and then an independent for the parliamentary. So they've all shown interest of bringing their agents here. Yeah, so they'll be here.
They'll be here.
Right.
Grateful. Charles Butchie is the presiding officer here at the district electoral officer, as he's just alerting me, of the Prampram Methodist primary school, where the special voting is currently just about to set off here. He's just telling me that there are 957 people who are expected to cast their ballot in today's exercise. He expresses confidence in the preparations that have been put underway and says that he's hoping that everything will go on smoothly. Well, quite interestingly, the COVID-19 safety protocols are being adhered to over here. I've seen every one who's here, wearing a face mask, and then I've seen also a Veronica bucket just behind over there with some sanitary towels, and then soap and also water for them to be able to adhere to the safety protocols. There are markings, and as we get closer, you see there are markings on the ground indicating the space between one, electorate and then the other, so that they're just about 1 meter apart, just so that we are able to adhere to the COVID-19 safety protocols. And as you're seeing your shot currently, these are the markings that have been done by the EC officials here to make sure that the people here are able to stick to the COVID-19 protocols, everybody in their face masks and also observing social distancing protocols. I'll quickly just speak to one of the people here to find out what he makes of the process so far. My brother was grateful that you're speaking to me. How have you seen the process so far?
I think so far so good. I think I've been here, I came here before 6. So far everything is smoothly, no confusion. In fact, before I came here, demarcations were made for protocol, for COVID-19 protocol, so it means everything has been successful so far. And we are waiting for 7 o'clock to start the elections. Thank you.
Grateful. So he seems a bit satisfied with the processes so far. I'm going to hand over back to you in the studio, Benjamin, quite shortly. But this is generally the picture that you have here. So Benjamin, if you can hear me back in the studio, this is the preparations, just a few minutes to go live with the first ballot.
Granting and voting, as commences in earnest at 7 there. He was actually coming to us all the way from Prampram, the Methodist primary. There are 2 centers there. But let's cross over now to Ododo-Diodio, a flashpoint, one of those hotspots. In fact, all of those constituencies declared hotspots, and Ernest Kojomenu is on hand to let us know what exactly is going down there. Ernest, please take it away. What exactly is happening at the center where you find yourself?
Well, Benjamin, I am at the Jamestown police station. That's the headquarters for the district, and of course in the Ododo-Diodo constituency. The candidates we know are Nilante Bannerman and Nilante Vanderpoy. And of course, if you follow the politics, you know that this is a flashpoint with a number of hotspots in the constituency. The Ododo-Diodo constituency have mainly voted NDC, but with the coming of Nilante Bannerman, the dynamics has changed. He's proven to be quite a strong force. However, it remains to be seen whether or not he will manage to annex the seat for the governing New Patriotic Party. Let me get closer to the setup behind me. The Electoral Commission officials actually started setting up some 20 minutes ago. They brought in the booths and the other materials for this year's election. As you can see already, the queues are forming, and these are mainly security officers, but also some other individuals whom we'll be speaking to shortly. But one thing that is very important about this election is that we're having the election in a pandemic, which is COVID-19. And so you can see that many of the officers who are here and those who have actually queued for the special voting are already in their face masks. The EC officials themselves are already in their face masks. They tell me that they are ready. They are making sure that everything is in place for a smooth running of the polls. They're setting up so.
Well, my colleague Ernest Kojumenu reporting from Ododo Jamestown, to be specific, one of the voting centers there, and giving us the dynamics. One of the things I just noticed, though, is that there's no social distancing, no real social distancing, at least not like what we saw a short while ago in Prampram. But one good thing is that we're seeing all of these officials in their nose masks, and that at least is a very positive development. So special voting going down today, about 110,000 of those special voters from across the country, 275 constituencies, 311 voting centers. And we're bringing you snippets, snapshots of what exactly is happening. We've brought you some of the details from what is going down in Prampram, in Legon, and now Ododo Dio. We'll be bringing you more of that. Let's go on to the next one, which will be coming your way shortly. We'll just let you know where exactly we are headed next. But don't you forget, special voting going down today. Well, I'm not going to be one of those voting today. I'm going to do it with the rest of you come December the 7th. I want to be in the thick of things and see everything for myself before I come back in the studio and, bring you pertinent information we're all going to be sharing. But if maybe you're going to the polls today, if you're one of those special voters, you never know, like we did with Manuel Kranting, we just might be speaking to you. So do look out for us. JoyNews would be coming your way. And don't you forget, we are your election headquarters. We are your election headquarters. We bring you every bit of information you need. Well, let's cross over to the Ashanti region, Asawase, and my colleague Donko is actually there, Erastus Donko. So what can you report from Asawase? A very interesting constituency as far as elections are concerned in this country. Erastus.
Well, so today here at Pakoso, which is the polling center for Asawase constituency, we are at the Pakoso police station, and that is the center of voting for this constituency. We are told by the Electoral Commission that 125 people are supposed to cast their ballots today, and so it's not going to be long before voting is finished. As you can see, the setup has already been done. They are just putting finishing touches to what they have, and then the officials will take their seat. When it's exactly 7 a.m., we'll have voting started. They are also observing the COVID-19 protocols. You can see on the floor here, they put some paint marks on the floor indicating social distancing. People are supposed to be in those lines before they come up here and walk over to the other side and begin the process of identifying themselves, verifying, and then starting the voting. We can see some of the officers here at the police station who have been waiting for some time now. They are waiting for officials to complete and start the process so they can cast their ballots before they leave. We have many of the, two of the agents representing the NPP and the NDC also around. We'll have to touch base with them to find out whether everything is okay at the moment. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Which party are you representing here?
I'm from the NDC, Asawase constituency.
How are things so far?
So far, so good. I think since last week, we've been part of the process. We've been part of the process since last week. So, as I can say, so far, so good. We are also monitoring, and I'm part of the agents. I'm also the constituency executive. So, the number of items that we brought from the police depot to the police station, we came and met it the same way we left it, and the serial numbers are intact. Everything is so intact. So we are now about to start the process, and we hope everything will also go on smoothly. Thank
So
you.
that's the NDC rep here. I also have the MPP rep here. How are things so far?
Well, so far so good. Things are going on quite smoothly. As you can see, there's no any other inconveniences, and we've gone through the system. The ballot boxes are intact, the serials are intact, and the papers are intact. So far so good. Everything is in order, and we hope it will continue till the end of the day. Yeah.
So the two parties are content with the process so far and how the EC has conducted itself up to this level. And you can see the ballot boxes are ready. The various booths for where they will cast their ballots, they are all ready at the moment. The EC is frantically putting finishing touches to what they have started to be able to start the voting at 7 a.m. But let me try. They are very busy. But let me try and see if I can squeeze a word or two from Madam here to find out how things have gone so far. Good morning, Madam.
I should talk to my boss.
Well, she's so busy, but she cannot tell me anything. But some of the people here have started to form queues. They are ready to vote. Let me squeeze some words out of you. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
So you're voting today?
Yes, please.
What are your expectations this morning?
Well, I'm just expecting it to be very peaceful, and then there wouldn't be any confrontations here. That is all that I'm expecting.
So you are with the security service, I guess?
Yes, please.
So far you are okay with what has been done?
Very, very satisfied. Very, very satisfied.
How does it feel like, the euphoria surrounding this whole elections and you starting the voting today?
I think it's normal. It's pretty normal. We've been doing this for some years, and so we are only expecting, a very peaceful atmosphere as we are coming to vote. Thank you.
Right, so all is set for voting to start here at Pakoso in the Asawase constituency. Before here, we have been to Forikrum constituency, where 357 people are expected to cast their ballots this morning. And so it's expected to be a smooth exercise today. So from Pakoso, Erastus Asaridonko reporting. Ben, take over in the studio.
Well, indeed, I am taking over. Thank you very much, Erastus, for connecting with us.